Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. I'm War Machine MJ, tied for second place as of Blackpool. Anyway, but I am the face of the 3 Count Mafia. And this week we're going to do something a little different for 3 Count. Usually when I upload these videos, it's... Well, first of all, the show is basically recapping Raw and SmackDown in one episode, and then the other episode is 205 NXT UK. And I usually upload the Raw and SmackDown episode before NXT UK, but the network stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to do things a little different for this one. Because, yeah, Takeover Phoenix is tomorrow night, or actually tonight. I'm recording this at 2:42 Central in the AM. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with 205 Live. We start off the show with the announcement that 205 Live has a new broadcast announcer, and it's Aiden English. Because I have jack shit to do with him, so they just put him on commentary. So it's him, Vic Joseph, and Nigel Munoz. Fun. Then, match-wise, we started the show off with Gran Metalik taking on Humberto Carrillo in a... Oof. This was a really good match. Yeah, it was just slamming on the gas pedal. They were just belting out everything they could muster. But in the end, Humberto Carrillo busted out some sort of funky-ass maneuver. He got the win over Gran Metalik, and Gran Metalik gave him the rub of respect. So yeah. Next up, there was a backstage segment where Jack Gallagher and Drew Gulak were not too happy with Drake Maverick signing Humberto Carrillo, because you know they wanted somebody who was safe and sound, feet on the ground. So they storm off, and out of nowhere pops Tony Nese, who tells Drake Maverick that he wants a match against Noam Dar. Drake Maverick weighs his options. He's like, well, you are one apiece. You do put on stellar matches. You do want to compete. I'll consider it. What the hell is there to consider? These two guys want to compete. They want to jump in there and tear each other's heads off. There's nothing here to consider. Nothing. So anyway. Then, next up on the show, all 4 participants, actually no, the 3 contenders in that Fatal 4-Way at Royal Rumble, almost said WrestleMania, the contenders for the Cruiserweight title at the Royal Rumble stayed their case on why they're going to win. I didn't pay any attention to it, I just fast forward through it. Which led to our main event, which was a triple threat match between Hideo Itami, Akira Tozawa, and Kalisto, with Buddy Murphy on commentary. This was a great match. There was a spot where they went for a Tower of Doom, you know. Kalisto and Tozawa tried to suplex Itami off the top rope, and Buddy Murphy slid into the ring and spiked all 3 men without, you know, falling to the mat. I thought that was pretty cool. But in the end, however, Hideo Itami, took out Tozawa for the win. So he's got all the momentum heading into the Royal Rumble. Next up on NXT UK, NXT Prime. the last NXT before Takeover. We started the show off with the Velveteen Dream, who is not on Takeover card this year, which is a crime. Anyway, basically, he's setting his sights on the North American title. And before he could say anything else on that subject, out pops Adam Cole, baby. I would do the shout right now, but people are trying to sleep. Anyway, Adam Cole and Bobby Fish basically told Velveteen Dream that he needs to take a number in line. And the line starts behind Adam Cole, baby. And then, basically, Velveteen Dream kind of inferred that Bobby Fish was Adam Cole's bitch, his lackey. So, both guys charge the ring. Velveteen Dream successfully evades / throws them out of the ring. Then, drops down, does his slither thing. And he slithers out of the ring. There would be a match between them later on in the night. Next up, we got a... We got a vicious throwdown of a tag team match between Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch facing off against Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel. This was a vicious match. But in the end, Oney Lorcan would win with a roll-up. So, Next up, we had the tag team of Kairi Sane and Io Shirai taking on Amber Nova and Tanea Brooks. Short, sweet little match. Just another reason to expect big things at Io Shirai, because Io Shirai is fantastic. Then next up we had Velveteen Dream and Bobby Fish going one-on-one in a really good match. Despite how awkward Bobby Fish seems to in terms of importance compared to the rest of the Undisputed Era, he can go in the ring. Can't deny that. But yeah, both guys sold the hell out of their respective injuries, but Velveteen Dream got the win with the Dream Valley Driver into the Purple Rainmaker. And then, to close out the show, we had a face-to-face between Ricochet and Johnny Gargano. Where, basically Ricochet called Johnny Gargano out on all of his shit. Gargano said, I'm not going to attack you from behind anymore. I'm going to be a man and attack you in your face. Or to your face, sorry. So, they brawl. Ricochet gets the better of Gargano until Tommaso Ciampa comes out there. Lays out Ricochet and lets Gargano pick at the bones. Aleister Black comes out there. Him and Ciampa start brawling. Until Gargano takes out Black and lets Ciampa pick at the bones. Then Tommaso Ciampa starts making his way up the ramp, and Johnny Gargano is slowly following him. Ciampa's just walking up the ramp backwards, keeping his eyes glued to Johnny Gargano. He steps to the side to let Johnny Boy through. and then he extends a hand. Partnership. Johnny looks like he's moments away from just shaking that hand until Candice LeRae comes out there and tells Johnny, no, no, don't do that. What are those guys doing with Candice LeRae? Seriously, what are they doing with her? She is a phenomenal talent, yet she's playing second or third fiddle to this Johnny Gargano Dark Side of the Force kind of deal. What are you doing? She should be NXT Women's Champion, or close to it by now. Yeah, that's how we close out NXT. Now for NXT UK. We started the show off with the United Kingdom champion, Pete Dunne, coming out there and basically giving his whole spiel about how he's champion, how, he's the best, this, that, and the other. Until, until Gallus showed up. And Wolfgang he ruins the whole feng shui of Gallus. He ruins it. Because you look at Gallus as a whole, you got Joe Coffey, who's the Iron King. He's the leader. Everything is his kingdom. Then you got Mark Coffey, who's kind of the coolest head there. He's like the cooler. Keeping everybody in line. Then you got Wolfgang, who is not with the program, and he's like a dog on a leash. He just runs to the end of it and just barks his head off. Like, Wolfgang, Wolfie, tranquilo. It's not about you, dog. Tranquilo. Anyway, Joe Coffey made it known that he's not done dealing with Dunne. Anyway, just as Gallus seems poised to take down the Bruiserweight, out comes the Chopmaster General himself, Walter. And, he takes to the ring. Gallus retreats until Mark Coffey and Wolfgang charge the ring. Walter puts Mark Coffey in his place, and Peter Dunne just snaps the fingers of Wolfgang. Then Gallus retreats for good. Then Walter just starts staring at Pete Dunne's UK title until Pete Dunne picks it up, and then Walter just stares at Pete Dunne. So there's your next challenger, Dunne. Next up, we had a match in the women's division as Nina Samuels took on the debuting, or fingers crossed on that front, Lana Austin. Now, if you don't know who Lana Austin is, I highly suggest you pay attention to Defiant Wrestling, because that's where I've seen her. But she's all around the UK circuit. She's a fantastic talent. But in the end, Nina Samuels won with a neck breaker. So, yeah. Next up, we had Eddie Dennis taking out some much-needed anger issues on Jamie Ahmed. Yeah, Eddie Dennis was he's kind of short fused, given the fact that the Bomber kicked his ass at Takeover Blackpool. So yeah. Eddie Dennis won with a neck stop driver, which I don't know the specifics on that move. Then next up, in the main event, it was the match we were supposed to get at Takeover Blackpool. Travis Banks versus Jordan Devlin. And these guys were ready to beat the holy hell out of each other. Oh, it was such a good match. I would highly recommend going back and watching it. Because this match ended in a double countout. But they refused to let the other one walk away under their own power as they close out the episode with a brawl. So there we go. On next week's NXT UK, it is the debut of Walter. So, tune in. Anyway, that is it for this episode of NXT UK. Please, please, please tune in later today at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Twitch channel to get our reactions to Takeover Phoenix. It's going to be a blast. Please subscribe to this motherfucking channel so you can stay up to date on all of our episodes of 3 Count, Paper Preview, and Paper Review. Subscribe to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. And, if you love opinions but hate Rod's ugly face, damn, that'd work a lot better if he was actually here. Anyway, Rodimus Prime has a podcast. It's Prime Talk on the Castbox app. Go check it out. He's very, very, very opinionated. Very. Anyway. Yeah, that being said, I am War Machine MJ, and we will see you guys next time.